The Gambia is a good peace and communication. Navigable India, that makes it wonderful, than many rivers.
When it comes to packing your grocery shopping, would you choose a paper or plastic bag? That seems to be an easy choice to make, but there is a lot of positive and negative aspects associated with each type of bag. Plastic is by comparison efficient and low energy to produce and efficiently recycled. Sustainable development is what the world is yearning for, and the Gambia is no exception. Protecting the environment is one of the fundamental principles of sustainable development. The National Environment Agency, NEA, in collaboration with the Gambia government, has over the years been very instrumental in implementing strategies aimed at achieving a clean and healthy environment. Waste management is top on NEA's agenda. These long-lasting, weightless and inexpensive materials, plastic bags, constitute a tiny portion of total plastic consumption. Environmental hazards caused by littering of plastic bags earn a bad image mainly due to lack of awareness by the users.
We have a lot of problems with plastic bags in the country, as you know. They are found everywhere in the country, and they are a nuisance to the environment because they're harmful to fish species. When you burn them, the fumes are harmful to people's health, and then they also are not durable. So what we said is there are options to deal with this problem. One way is to ban them completely in the country or find another solution.
Plastic waste is a big problem in the Gambia. If you look at our waste stream, it constitutes almost 25–30% of the waste generated. And it's also an eyesore. Wherever you go in this country, you find plastic waste. And this is increasing by day. With the coming of new plastic, water bottling companies, which some of them are within the communities. We have the protein, water producing companies within the communities, which are producing a lot of plastic waste. And there's also an increase in the importation of plastic material, packaging materials into the country. And this has increased the amount of plastic waste that we generate per annum. And this has an accumulative effect. Why? Because the amount that is produced is not collected. It's not, it's far more than the amount that is disposed of. So with transience of time, we'll find it difficult to actually correct the situation.
The chemical building blocks that made plastic versatile are the same components that might harm people and the environment. Plastic is one of the major toxic pollutants of our time. Being a non-biodegradable substance composed of toxic chemicals, plastic pollutes earth, air and water.
And it also affects the environment and the health of the people. Why? Because the environment, is highly polluted, and this could have, effects on, marine life, because all the water water run off from the highlands, goes into the water bodies, and during the process, it carries along some of these plastic bags, which can be, have serious impact on marine life. And marine ecosystem. And when you look at the environment too, some of these plastics are not biodegradable. They can stay, in the environment for several years, and that could, affect the ecosystem of the environment. It can, make the soil become, less productive. And if you look at, animals too, they also are affected, because, many livestock and smaller ruminants are dying of plastic ingestion of plastic. Because some of these things are swallowed by or eaten by our livestock, and they eventually die of them. So we don't have to allow some of these things to happen. If you go to Bakote right now, the environment is highly densely populated, and we have children living in there. But when there is fire, fire at the dump site, people there, live in a living hell, because they are exposed to high volumes of and concentrations of highly toxic fumes, which can cause cancer. And who knows, there is no study though conducted to ascertain how much in the degree of exposure of these people to this type of fumes. But definitely, when you burn plastic, you expect to have fumes that are very dangerous to the health of people.
Along with the many benefits that modern society has obtained from plastic production and consumption, the high degree of household refuse and industrial disposal of plastic materials poses a great threat to human health.
She found out that people also use these plastic bags to kindle their fires when they were about to cook, which is also dangerous, because when you take plastic and to light your fire, you're causing problems, because the culinary environment is so tight. Looking at the Gambian situation, the culinary environment, a culinary area is so small that the fumes that are coming from that fire, and this is barely plastics. You have dioxins and phenols coming from the plastic, and you're exposing yourself to this, and which can cause cancer. And sometimes you find some of the women carrying their babies on their back, and the babies are also exposed to that. So that by the time they reach a certain level, they start getting sick, of sickness of which the cause might not be easily detected. Why? Because you might not have the facilities to be able to trace, diagnose cancer at early stages. So these are some of the problems that we are facing. When women buy oil or palm oil, they put them in plastics, and when they come, they have to heat. They have to heat the pot, the cooking pot. They have to heat the cooking pot, and then put the plastic inside, so that the content is emptied into the pot, and that leaves some of the plastic in the pot, and this could also be dangerous. That's why we're having a lot of stomach problems. People are complaining of stomach problems. Why? Because those are serious, they're very dangerous health practices.
Plastics should be considered as raw materials rather than waste.
The best way to solve this problem is at the source. Can you imagine how many enforcement personnel you would need to go around just in Banjul, in Serekunda, in Basse, in Farafenya to enforce this kind of law? You would need thousands of people. So the easiest way to deal with it is at the source itself, the factories where they manufacture. Reduce it there, and the demand will be less in the other areas of the country. And that's the best way forward, because you cannot enforce it by having personnel everywhere. It's not possible. We have so many thousands of people doing this, selling off